All right, today this house is gonna get burnt down. It's a two-story old farmhouse. Part of it was an addition, I believe this porch. You can kind of see the original brick foundation and then cinder blocks. And I believe it was built in the early 1920s, maybe the 30s. They got all the windows all boarded up with plywood, so it's the volunteer fire department that's gonna do this in our area. So it looks like this was a laundry room, utility room at some point. Pretty cool kitchen, the burn pile. I have the excavator here, but we thought if we burned it, it would be a lot cheaper to have the volunteer fire department burn it. They can train and then material is gone. That way we don't have to load it out. The basement's gonna be pretty interesting. This is why I have the excavator, because all like the foundation and the rock and stuff. And nobody has lived in here since like the early 2000s. So it's been abandoned for like 15 years, 20 years. You can see how it's like caving in on that wall. That used to support. So that was basement. Here's more of the rooms. This is first floor. When Grant and I were younger, when we were kids, we would play airsoft in here and stuff. So there's a bunch of BBs everywhere. So I have the excavator here in the Kubota skid loader. And the reason why I'm not just breaking it down with the excavator and burning it in the hole is we have an airport right here. And it's pretty close to town, so we want somebody to handle it. And the reason why we aren't loading it out is because I thought that would be pretty expensive, and burning it would save a lot of haul away. And this will be pretty interesting. This is an old, I don't know what you call it, tornado shelter. There's another that was to the basement with the roof and the floor falling in. So that's like the foundation. It's like mortar and rock. Should be good. It's a pretty safe day to do it. I don't think anything else besides the house is gonna go up in flames because it rained like 2 inches the past night. So the fire department just did like 2 or 3 hours of training where they would start a fire in one room and then take it out. That's what you saw on those like teepee looking things, and they use straw and hay bales and stuff. So they did that for like practice, where somebody would start a fire, then somebody would have to go in and take it out and stuff. And now I think it's totally lit, and so we're just gonna watch it burn and stuff. We're a little worried about the shed getting really hot, but they said if it gets really hot, they'll take the truck and water it down and cool it off. This stuff should be fine. It's all metal, nothing flammable. It'll be interesting. I'm very curious how hot everything gets and like how big the fire is, but they totally got it all lit now, so it'll be cool to see. This will be nice. Yeah. Seems like it'll go down to nothing. Yeah. So we got the house down. It turned out really good. There was no like issues or any huge explosions or anything. And like the shed was getting hot and the fire department would like hose it down with water. This is gonna be really interesting. We gotta excavate out this. I'll show you. So it's like maybe 10-15 feet deep right there. That'll be interesting how much comes out of that. And then this is a concrete pad here. This was where they had like the 3 Seasons porch area. You walk into the house right here, main basement there. And then this was the tornado shelter. So in a few days, get a dumpster, fill up with all the garbage. Then from there, just take the brick and stuff down to the creek and pack in the banks with like brick. So I'm thinking I'm gonna dump most of it here and on the other side of this brush, but along this creek it's been eroding around this bend and stuff, so it's not that much of concrete and like the brick and foundation. So what's nice is I can go pretty far back, and then that dumps vertical, and I have no fear of kind of sliding in. I guess that's the only fear, but works pretty good. Well, I think I went a little too far and I rubbed up against the tree. It's hard to see on that right side. Yeah, if I was over, because I just can't see, I gotta adjust that mirror. Look at that. Really dumped it way out there. The alternator on this doesn't work, and I should have kept it by the shed to charge it, and then the cold starts. It doesn't like to start in the cold. It's about 30 degrees last night. There we go. All right, this is a old tornado shelter. The door got burnt off. This caved in a few years ago. This wasn't just recent. So one time we found a big old bull snake in here. Shouldn't be any now. Too cold. That's pretty cool though. So we have that underground that I'm gonna dig out, the tornado shelter. This right here, I'm finding more boulders as the foundation. And this morning I got delivered a 20-yard dumpster. So I'm gonna use that to haul away all the metal and pieces that I don't want. this was the water line coming into the house. So we're on the south side. And the shed is over there, and there's a water spigot there, and then there's 2 out in the field. On the road, there's the water turned on. So we thought if we could get that turned on, and then water would be shooting out here, but obviously we aren't able to turn on the city water because we don't have the tool to reach down and do it. So we're thinking we're gonna cap it off, then backfill it, and then once we do turn it on, and if water goes to the hydrants out here, that would be really nice. So we're hoping it's just a T, and then we could have water at the shed, which would be handy. All right, so this project turned out pretty good. We spread some topsoil here and we'll seed it in the springtime. It's pretty much already winter, and there wasn't too much material left. I was a little worried that after the burn there would be quite a bit of wood and stuff I'd want to haul out and not put down by the creek, but pretty much the only thing that was left was some metal, concrete, and then the foundation. So it turned out really good, and I packed in the banks of the creek. And this house was on my dad's property, and he had been wanting to take it down. So once I got the excavator this spring, we kind of wanted to get this done by the time of this year. So it turned out really good, happy with it, and this will be grass here in the spring.